Hello, friend.
We were talking backstage, the first 2 episodes of Barry that I watched, it's just fantastic.
Oh, thank you.
You play a hitman who wants to become an actor. How did you come up with that idea?
I don't know.
Yeah.
No, it was this thing where Alec Berg, who I co-created the show with, he does Silicon Valley and a lot of things. We just thought, I said, what if I played a hitman? And he went, oh, I hate the word, just hitman, just what it conjures up, like cool guy and 2 guns and everything. I was like, no, but it'll be me.
Yeah.
And he started laughing. And he went, no, serious? And I was like, no, me as a hitman. And what if he was a former Marine, whatever? And then very quickly, somehow, we just thought, oh, he should take an acting class.
Yeah.
I don't know. And then we went into HBO and said, yeah, I'm a hitman who takes an acting class. And they just went, all right, yeah, sure.
You directed the first 3?
That's right.
Was that something that you knew as soon as you were doing a show that you wanted to direct something?
Yeah, I really wanted to direct. That's kind of what I wanted to do before I was even doing comedy or any of that. And it was interesting doing this and directing myself, but also the other actors. They wouldn't know, like Sarah Goldberg, who was in that scene, she's great in the show, but she said she wouldn't know if I was reacting in character or if I was reacting as the director.
Right.
Because she would say we'd be doing a scene and I'd be going... And she's like, that's the character, right? That's not you? And I'm like, no, that's the character. Yeah, and he hates your acting. She's phenomenal in the show.
You have a fantastic cast. Stephen Root, who's a great actor. The acting teacher is Henry Winkler.
Yes, Henry Winkler is in it, yes.
Who is one of those people, and I'm sure you'll attest to this as well, he came on this show, he's one of those guys, nothing would be worse than if he was a bad guy.
No, yeah, he's the nicest human being on the planet.
And you need it to be the case. You need Henry Winkler to be as nice as he is.
Yes, and then we cast him as a very angry acting coach.
Yeah.
And there is a scene in the pilot where he has to make Sarah Goldberg again cry, and he's yelling at her and everything. And whenever I go, Henry, you gotta really go at her. Like, don't worry about the words. You just gotta, try to make her cry. And he pulled me aside. He goes, Bill, I need to understand something. This man I'm playing, he's an ass. I said, yes, he's an ass. I went, okay. And then he did this take, and he went at her so hard, and you were like, whoa! And she was going, oh, God, it's in the show. She's like, wait, whoa, Henry, what's going on? He was just like, and I was like, oh, Henry, so deep down, he's like a maniac.
Yeah, good to find out.
He's a monster, no.
And what I'm so excited about is, totally, it's unlike anything, not only that I've seen from you, but I feel like it's really funny, very dark.
Yeah.
Has some great action elements.
Yeah.
And did that just kind of come in the process of sitting down, or when you were like, I'm going to do a show for HBO, I want there to be a lot of action as well?
It's like if the guy from, if Unforgiven, like William Money in Unforgiven, or the guy from Taxi Driver met the people from Waiting for Guffman.
Yeah. And they were like, well, how much money do you need?
They're like, boy, that's the idea of the century. We love it.
You just you did a premiere at South by Southwest in Austin. I've heard you saying it's fun to go to different parts of the country because of the way people say Barry.
Yeah, in Austin it was like, so, man, you're with the show Barry. And I was like, excuse me? And they're like, Barry, what'd you like? Yeah, and then in here I come to New York and it's like, so Bill Hader with the show Barry. It's Barry, everybody. Here he comes, Barry, everybody, come in here. And I'm like, oh, my God.
To very different places.